In this video, let us discuss how to perform health checks for your Splunk environment. So these health checks, basically you can have a quick check, okay, for your distributed environment or in your clustered environment as well. So if you see these health checks, okay, these are the particular health checks that you can have daily, okay, so in your Splunk environment. So the first three things, okay, the CPU utilization and the disk utilization and the license utilization are the common things, okay, where you can check, okay. So and again the bundle replication and the KV store replication, these two things, okay, from the search head kept in, okay, from your search head, okay, whatever the bundle replication is there and KV store replication is there, you can always check, okay. So now let us see how to check, okay, these things, okay, in order to have a good health of your Splunk environment. So now all the things I have installed in the AWS cloud, okay. So I do have index cluster, okay. I do have yes, okay. In my customers, I do have index cluster as well as subset cluster as well, okay. So now in order to perform the things, okay, in order to perform the general things whatever we have discussed right now, the CPU utilization or the disk utilization and license things, okay, you can either go from the particular peers, okay, or else you can directly go with the cluster master as well, okay. So let me go from here, cluster master, and let me open this one, okay. I will copying the public IP address and I'll be saying https colon slash slash IP address colon 8000 as the port number. So admin is the username and I'll give the password. So once after logging in over here, okay, so you can go from the settings tab, okay, you can go from the settings tab and you can check it from the monitoring console, okay. So these three checks, okay, whatever we have discussed, okay, so these three checks, CPU utilization, disk utilization, license, you can directly go to the particular monitoring console and check, okay. So like this you can do, or else it's a good practice in general, okay, in your if you are working, okay, in an organization. So you will be having a, you can prepare a dashboard, okay, so that what is the CPU utilization, okay, that and what is the memory utilization or the disk space that all your particular index peers are occupying, okay. So you cannot directly check it from over there, or else you have to come like this and you have to check it over here, okay. So if you see this is the CPU usage right now, okay, because I have created freshly only 3.9% CPU utilization is there, okay. So CPU usage by process, okay. So like this, if you click on this one again, okay, you will going into the details. See the physical okay, CPU usage by process, okay, the physical memory, okay, disk usage, all the things here only you can find, okay. 9.4 GB has been consumed, okay, out of 30 GB I have taken, out of 30 GB I have taken 9.4 GB has been consumed. Like this you can always find the metrics over here, okay. So if you go from the monitor console, as I told you, you can always check like this. Otherwise, if as a daily check, if you do not require all these things, you can yourself prepare a dashboard and you can check it from there as well, okay. So that is the thing. And again, see CPU usage by process class, okay. So like this, all the things, median physical memory usage by process class, all the things you can check it over here, okay. And again, going to the overview again, okay. So again, disk utilization, okay, you can always check it from here, where 33% of the disk usage has been happened over here, okay. So again, if we click over here, I can see the details, where it prominently takes to the same screen earlier whatever we have seen, okay. For all the things, the same screen it is showing over here. Here the disk utilization we are seeing, right. So we can identify like this. Okay, so like this we can always identify. And again, even the license thing. Okay, license usage. Okay, 4% license has been consumed today. Okay, so if I click on this one, I can find the license usage. Okay, what has license happened today? Okay, license usage per pool, today's percentage of daily license quota. So these things from the Splunk interface you can check. Okay, if you want. Otherwise, you can prepare in general in every organization. Okay, they will be preparing their own dashboard where at a glance, okay, they can see. You need not click all these things and you need not check all these things, but at a glance you can see all the particular whatever the CPU utilization that has been happened, okay, in different panels. Okay, so the memory utilization or the particular whatever the hard disk space that has been consumed, okay, all those things you can always check. Okay, that is the thing that you have to remember. So for in each and everything, if you want, in each and every period you can go and you can check like this only. Okay, so and again if you want here, right, so you can always check a lot of things also from here. Okay, so this is the memory usage that is happening, 36.5%. Okay, this is the memory usage by process. Okay, and again, okay, so if you want again the detailed health check over here, you can always click on this one. Okay, where you will be finding for each process what is the health check, you can always check. Okay, you can always click start. So that is your wish, right? So depending on the thing, okay, you can as a daily thing. Okay, if you daily, if you want to run, okay, to check, okay, you need not do all these things. Okay, so whatever I have told you, okay, you can do only those things that is required. Okay, and also it's a good practice to have a dashboard with the required panels: CPU utilization, memory utilization, and the disk utilization. Okay, with these panels you can always have a dashboard and you can check it from there. Otherwise you can also check like this as well. Okay, that is the thing. And now if you see over here, okay, so after checking all these things, okay, after checking these things, CPU utilization and disk utilization, license, you can check the bundle replication and KV store replication. So this bundle replication and KV store replication, where it will be happening? Okay, so in your search artifacts, okay, in your search heads, okay, whatever the such artifacts are there, okay, whatever the bundle replication is there and KV store replication, those things will be happening in your searcher cluster basically. Okay, so we have a searcher cluster over here where I have put the searcher one as a captain. Okay, so directly you can go to the captain and you can perform these things. Okay, so you need not go to the other search head members. Okay, whatever the search head that is acting as a captain, you can directly go over there. Okay, you can copy this, the public IP address, https:// IP address colon 8000. Okay, admin is the username. So you can give the password. Okay, and if you go to the settings over here, okay, so because this is a searcher cluster, right, so other things have been, they have been eliminated, they have been removed over here. Only prominently you are seeing as searcher cluster. Okay, so if you click on this searcher clustering over here, see these three things. Okay, these three members are there in the searcher cluster, where this particular cluster with this IP address is the captain. So now in order to check the KV store replication and the bundle replication, what we will be doing, we will be going to the backend. Okay, we will be going to the particular Linux machine, okay, where all these things are hosted in the AWS, right? So on Linux machine they have been hosted. Okay, so we'll be going to the particular Linux machine to the backend and then we'll be checking it over there. So in order to do that one, what I'll be doing, I'll be going to the particular AWS instance. Okay, so what you can do, if you are using Windows, okay, you can always use putty and then you can always connect. So because I am using Mac right now, I can directly take the SSS command. I can click on this button and I can take the SSS command over here. Okay, and then I can open the terminal over here. Okay, so where I'll be going to the documents slash pem files location. Okay, so here all my pem files are located, so from here only I can access. So I'm going to this location and I'm pasting the sss command over here, where I'll be connecting to the particular Linux machine. Okay, so if you are using Windows, you have to use putty, and then you have to use the public IP address. Okay, whatever the public IP address you see over here. Okay, you have to use this public IP address. Okay, and you have to download the ppk file. Okay, while creating the particular instance, you have to download the ppk file, and with the help of that ppk file you can always access, and you also will be connecting directly to the particular Linux machine like this. Okay, so once after connecting, what I'll be doing, I'll be taking sudo super user permissions. Okay, so now once after having the super user permissions, I'll be going to the Splunk home slash bin folder. So cd root opt slash Splunk, which is my Splunk home, slash bin folder. To this particular folder I will be going. So once after going to this particular folder, okay, so we have a command. Okay, so yeah, for the kb store replication, we do have this particular command dot slash Splunk show kb store status. Okay, as the particular command. So let me copy this and let me paste it over here. Okay, so dot slash Splunk show kb store hyphen status is the particular command where we will be finding the kb store status of all the particular search heads. Okay, directly we can check in the captain. Okay, no need to go to the individual search head members as well. Okay, that is the thing. And here in the place of password, I have to give the password of this particular instance. Okay, so and then if I press enter over here, you can always extend this one. This is the actual command dot slash Splunk show kb store hyphen status. You can always extend this one with minus auth and with the credentials. Okay, so now if you press enter over here, so it will be providing the kb store status like this. The first thing is the captain. Okay, where you can see all these parameters over here, and you can find this replication status. Okay, so if there is anything wrong over here, okay, so you can find an error over here within the replication status, otherwise it will be showing like this. Okay, so replication, this is the kb store captain, right? So it is showing as kb store captain. So for other things, non-captain kb store member, these are all the particular searched members, right? So that's why it is showing as non-kb store member. Okay, and all the parameters. Okay, what is the host and port? Okay, last heartbeat received. So all these parameters it will be showing. Okay, so that we can confirm that the particular kb store replication status is fine. Okay, that is the thing. Like that you can always confirm, and again you can always check the particular bundle replication as well. So you can always copy this one. Okay, so this is the particular command dot slash Splunk show bundle hyphen replication hyphen status is the particular command in order to check this one. But here, right, as I have created freshly, no bundle replication has happened as such as of now. Let us check. Maybe first of all let me change the password. Okay, so okay, so I can always extend by minus auth and the credentials. And now if I press enter, no bundle replications are there. Yeah, so that's why, see, no knowledge bundle replication cycle status is available yet, it's saying, because these are all the fresh instances. Okay, for the video sake I have created freshly. Okay, so no bundle replication, no anything has not been done over there. Okay, no reports, no dashboards, nothing. Okay, no knowledge updates have been created, so that's why it is showing that. Okay, no knowledge bundle replication cycle status is available. So but this is the command that you have to check. Okay, so like this you can always find the health checks. Okay, as a quick health, in order to find the quick health of your particular Splunk instance. Okay, you can always do these particular health checks. Okay, and you can always know the status of your particular Splunk environment. Okay, so that's all in this video, and with another topic again we'll be meeting again. Until then, have a nice time. Bye bye.